Hi there, my name is Timmy Joe. I make videos about computers on the internet, and holy boy howdy, I've been waiting for this for a week. You don't know what it's like having a Threadripper, doing an unboxing. You got no motherboard to put it in, but here we go. Gigabyte Aorus Gaming 7 Orange Beauty. And I gotta say, I just had the pleasure of looking at an x399 Intel based board, an Asus Strix, and this box has to be twice as thick and twice as heavy, which is pretty insane. Boom! Holy jeez, what's that? Stickers! So this is going to be a quick unboxing overview, as well as a quick look into the BIOS, as well as, go over some features and stuff like that on this particular motherboard. It's not going to be my Threadripper review. That'll be a different thing, as well as this is going in a build that is going to be a long-standing build. It's eventually going to get into water cooling, and it's going to be built in this case here, which is the Thermaltake View 31, with some RGB stuff involved, and we're going to do a lot of testing. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. And I know that this platform is out of the realm of like a lot of people, but it's amazing that this is like where we're going. This in a couple of years will just be, the norm. So no anti-static bag for this one. Holy geez, just a little plastic cover, but it's beefy. It's got, of course, a whole whack of lighting on it. It will require both a 4-phase and a 8-phase power connection, in addition to the 24-pin that is here. And oh man, look at that socket. It is insane. There is also a plethora of import on the back. We have a couple of yellow USBs, and then a whole whack of 6, 7, and then 3.1 and a C, and some really insane awesome audio that has its own like capacitors and stuff, and hardware down here, and PCIe slots. I think there's 3 of them. They allow you to have NVMEs and stuff. I'm going to try and get my hands on a whack of those so we can fill up the PCIe lanes, or at least we'll never fill them up, but get close to them anyways. But this is a very, very nice board. I will promptly position it there, and then we will check out the contents of the rest of the box. We have it's a hard SLI bridge, a wireless antenna, a really kind of half ugly nickel plated looking kind of it even comes with its own Threadripper key. That's pretty cool. Back plate, we have a little shroud to plug in your connectors for your case. We have some standoffs and some screws, braided SATA cables. That's insane. And then extenders for the RGB. Holy geez, 2 of them. What's this? And 2 little Aorus branded Velcro straps. So that will do it. Now, the x399 motherboard from Asus I just did a little unboxing on for another video. Didn't actually have any more than this in the box. So they just made the box nice and thick. But maybe the motherboard's a little bit more beefy. But yeah, this is quite the motherboard. So we're going to go ahead and get this installed in our Thermaltake View case, and maybe do a little rundown of the BIOS, as well as check out some of the features in there. But this is mainly a video on the motherboard, and I would encourage you to subscribe so you can see the rest of my Threadripper coverage. This is a 1950X 16-core 32-thread monster. Let's watch a little video here, me installing things, and then we'll run through the BIOS. Threadripper. Mwah, mwah. That is right. It's set up. It's running. It's everything you'd want it to be. Threadripper 1950X running in this freaking awesome case. And there will be extreme amounts of content coming out of this thing. So it is completely worth hitting the subscribe button. I know I'm very crazy animated and I yell at the camera and stuff, but it's worth it, okay? This is a motherboard overlook in the cone saying this is so cool. So let's talk about the motherboard without getting too far into it. If you want to buy an x399 motherboard, I don't know why you wouldn't want to buy this one, unless it's a little bit too gaming extreme for you, because it is that. But most of these boards are very much like that. Now, all these colors on the motherboard, all these lights bouncing out of it, are completely changeable. Actually, they're changeable in the BIOS, which is pretty dang cool. So we are loaded into the BIOS here, and let's just have a boo around, just so you can get a fancy at it. So you load out of the box, not to some easy mode screen, which, it's there, easy mode, boof. But, we want to go to classic mode, because we're hardcore enthusiasts. And under MIT, that's where you're going to get all your overclock settings, and that's where it brings you to right off the hop. That's the important part, right? So here we are, frequency settings, and I'm going to do a little overclocking Threadripper tutorial here really quick. Okay, so advanced frequency settings, boom. We're going to change this from auto to 40. Boom, we're done. We're going to go down here. We're going to select our profile one for our XMP profile. This RAM, 2667 megahertz. Well, it actually goes higher than that. For the first time I've ever seen on Ryzen, you can overclock memory that's not really accustomed to overclocking on Ryzen, like beyond its rated speeds. But we'll get to that in a separate video. We'll just do 2667 because, that's what we're doing here. Now, we're going to have to change some voltage settings, but while we do that, I just want to tell you, hey, it's very hot in here. So take off all your clothes. It is an ambient temperature of at least 27 degrees. We're going to set this to 1.34 because that's all you got to do. Okay? They say you on Ryzen you can go to 1.4. No problem. Well, we don't even need to do that for 4 gigahertz. No problem. And I'm running, as you saw, a Noctua air cooler. Okay? It's a pretty beefy one, but that's all you need to do. So that's all I did. Now, if you want to see some other settings here, there's advanced memory. Like, you can do crazy stuff in here. PC health status. Miscellaneous settings, smart fan 5, get all kinds of stuff. There is a plethora of headers. There's even 2 temperature probes that come with the motherboard. You can plug them in, get anomalous readings from around the board. That's how cool this thing is. Under system, it gives you some information. This came with the first BIOS, F1. Well, now I got an update to F2K, and it did give me some improvements right off the hop. So that's pretty cool. There's some stuff in BIOS here that doesn't really make too much sense to me. Some boot options. There's peripherals, chipset, power, save and exit, and then if you want to go to peripherals and you look at this, you can go into RGB Fusion and you can change the motherboard stuff right in the BIOS. You don't even have to download the freaking software because the software in Windows is pretty clunky. I'll give you that. Now we're going to save and exit, and while Windows loads, I'll give you a little story. Number one, thanks very much to FSP for supplying the power supply for this 1200 watt power supply. We're gonna be getting Vega. I have Vega. It's in it's being delivered today, I hope. I want to tell you, I edited this video up to this point, up to the point where I started yelling at you and showing you the actual physical computer here on Threadripper, okay? And it was definitely way faster than editing on Ryzen 7 1700 with 32 gigs of RAM. Like 8 cores. I can't even believe that it's faster. Like, you would think 8 cores, that's a lot. Well, it is. It's awesomely faster. So I'll give you that. But all I wanted to do is load into Windows quickly and give you a little taste of what's to come. Hit the subscribe button because we're going to do all kinds of overclocking tutorials. There's going to be a Vega retail unboxing. There's going to be Vega versus the Frontier Edition, which I had for a little bit, and I have numbers for them. We'll see, what's better, what's good. So we're overclocked to 4 gigahertz, remember, and the ambient in here is very hot and sweaty. There's flies flying around. It's a hot day. I'm in my garage. There's no AC. And with this air cooler at 4 gigahertz, this is what's going to happen. We are going to score an insane Cinebench score like you've never seen. And I haven't even really dived too far into the possibilities of overclocking. I should have some very fast memory coming for this, but 3370 Cinebench score. Isn't that crazy? And it gets higher than that. We will get it higher than that. I have an AIO in there. I'm going to strap on this and see if it's any better. I have a couple other Noctua coolers we're going to test. We're going to custom water loop this thing, so there's a big possibility. But if you'll see here, they never got above 70 degrees on the package doing that, and it's very, very warm in here. So it's promising as all hell. I've run stability tests at these settings, and it ran for 45 minutes in IDA64. No problems, no resets, and there is headroom to do more than this, so it's pretty cool. So I'm at Watch Timmy Joe on Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me babble and scream at the camera and my hoarse voice, but Gigabyte Gaming 7 Aorus, however you say it, it's a very good option for this platform, and I'm pretty impressed with it so far. As far as initial setup goes, and it actually running pretty well out of the box, as long as you put your RAM in the right slots as outlined in the manual, you won't have a problem booting. For a while I thought maybe I didn't seat the CPU properly or something, but nope, just didn't have the RAM in the right slots. I will see you guys in the next video. There's all kinds of content coming. Probably Vega something tomorrow. If not, some more Threadripper stuff. And some cell phone stuff coming up soon too. Maybe some gaming peripherals. And a whole build log on the eventuality of what this is. And start thinking about names for old Red Ripper here. Or Orange Ripper. Orange Ripper is a pretty good one. I will see you guys in the next video. I'll talk to you later.